Hey Hot Wheelers, so we got another one of these Blings vehicles. This is a 2004 first edition, number 55 100 of 100 that year. It's called the Brick Cutter. And according to these photographs, there is no normal version of the Brick Cutter. I guess this is a one unique casting. It's meant to be really cartooned out. Okay. Alright, well it's very light, so it's got a chromed plastic base here. And at least it tells you what it is though, so that's nice, and when it was roughly made. Hollowed out actually to save on weight, and then it's got the largest street going wheels I've seen on Hot Wheels. Very thin tires, so it looks like it has side exhausts here. No details going to it, but a really deep recess, I like that, and some deep vents there. It's got a tribal kind of stripes, I guess. I don't know if those are stripes, but a tribal pattern. And they're cool because they're silver and they're fading into blue. And then that's on a really nice metallic blue. I guess that's blue, or maybe it's a little blue purple. But this is a really cool paint. I'm really liking it. Okay, so this side here, we got some recesses here. The license plate area is recessed. The grille itself has a lot of nice ribbing detail. And then it seems to have an actual metal engine. That's interesting that this is metal, but the base is plastic. And this is a separate piece, so you can see it rattling around. Yeah, it's a decently detailed engine actually as well. It's got some depressions here in these stacks. Okay, cool. Now the interior there is none. These are just support ribs, and you can see way to the chrome base there. Okay. I don't mind. You're not going to see an interior through such a shallow window. As long as the outside looks cool, right? That's what I care about more than the inside. What I do like about this design is that it has these translucent red, tail lights. Obviously, it's part of the interior piece. But it's really nice, Plastic lights are always better than painted, in my opinion. Almost all the time. 99.9% of the time. The license plate area is recessed. Very shiny, of course. Some sort of details there, not just details. I don't think they're exhaust though, because yeah, I'm pretty sure those round things are. Okay, so what do you guys think? What does this look like? The back end definitely looks like a Cadillac, with the fins. The front end's a bit of a mystery. So I don't even understand the headlights here. Actually, these are ribs sticking out here. So it's kind of like a modern Cadillac or something like that. I like it. Whoever designed it, good job. It's pretty cool. I'm actually surprised this doesn't exist as a normal casting, like something that looks proportionally like a real car. But, oh well. Anyways, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the wheels here. I think these wheels are actually pretty fitting to this appearance, because this also has sharp edges too. But then it wouldn't be a 3D wheel project. Well, give me a minute. Let's see if I do anything at all. These are wheels of my own design. I call them the hex bowl cutters. So they're hexagons, and this is a bowl, of course, and the hexagons are actually perpendicular to the bowl. So you can see a lot of the edges here, but there is just a hexagon, right? So that's the intention there. Because the car is very geometric, it's very sharp-lined, origami styling. And in fact, it reminds me of Sid Mead's work, which I'll show you images of in a second. I didn't drill it apart. I don't drill my Hot Wheels apart. I just clip off a wheel and reuse the axles. Alright, so this one does roll and all that stuff. I went and added some red and some black up in here, and then some orange turn signals, some silver for the headlights, and the black in the grille. And then the taillights are left alone. Yeah, that's all left alone. It's fine. Oh, some black in these vents in the side pipes there too. Okay, so here's some Sid Mead images. He was a futurist. He influenced, a lot of real designs. He designed real cars, but also he pretty much inspired most sci-fi movies, in my opinion, from like Alien 2001. This is the original Blade Runner, police car. It's just he's everywhere. He just may not know it. So, okay, so it wouldn't be surprised me actually if, the designer of this particular casting went to Art Center where Sid Mead went and was inspired by a lot of his work. It's hard to say any designer doesn't know who Sid Mead is, right? So, okay, that's a long thing. Here's a car that Sid Mead did design. This is the Alfa Carabo concept car. This was the predecessor to the Lamborghini Countach with its scissor doors and stuff like that. So look, again, it's very angular looking. This is by Kyosho. And then I don't know if Sid Mead designed this, maybe not, but it's an old Cadillac and it's got this, you know, angularness to it. This is an absolutely huge Eldorado from 1967. This is an Auto World. Okay. So it's quite interesting how huge it is compared to that Carabo. Here another Kyosho, you know, modern design. Still, a lot of it's common to have this stealth fighter look to it, but I think it also dates back. Oh, the mirror just fell off. To a lot of things that Sid Mead designed. Okay, that's a Kyosho. And then another Hot Wheels or another modern vehicle is this Tesla Cybertruck thing, which may or may not ever happen in real life, but it is so basic geometric looking. But looking back to those Sid Mead images, it looks like something that he could have designed, right? Like, look how angular this whatever bus is or transport vehicle, emergency vehicle. So I don't have too many choro cues of angularness, but here's a, I think this is by Suntory or Kirin, I forget who, but it's a 08 Cadillac XLR-V, I think. So yeah, Cadillac's got that angular style to it. So that's what the brick cutter reminds me of. It reminds me of Cadillacs with the tail fins and all that stuff. Okay, here's a top image. So the brick cutter is a very tall casting, of course. Granted, it's not as tall as this, but that's an SUV. So, but look at the wheels. It's definitely got the biggest wheels on this thing, and including the wheels are printed on for that guy. So another thing this reminds me of are those Japanese like monster movies or Ultraman kind of stuff. Right? It looks like a car that could come from Ultraman. So I'm gonna pop it up here with the Godzilla monster. I gotta get some putty here to keep that thing from rolling off the display stand. So I use this Potafix Pro putty. Just jam some into a wheel here, and I'll lock it all up. But it won't strip the paint off. It's really cool stuff. This putty. Any hobbyist should have some. So here's like a limousine that Sid Mead did, and I believe Hot Wheels did make a version of this. I forget what it's called, but it's cool. If someone made a resin model of this thing, I would buy it for sure. So I gotta add that to my wish list of my wish list video at the end of the year. And then here's another Sid Mead drawing. It looks like a junk car from like Blade Runner or something like that, but yeah. So this toy is a Mothra, and it's from originally Bandai, but I think this is a copycat because it was too cheap to be a Bandai. But it's pretty well detailed. I got it off AliExpress. You can look up like Godzilla Gashapon or something like that. Okay, well, appreciate you guys checking this out. I do think whoever designed this, he did a cool job. It's really funky, but in a cool way. It's a cool car. I think it could have been fine even without the engine sticking out. Without the engine sticking out, it would look like a classy car. This now more just, I don't know, it's a mix of classy and like brute power or something like that. It's really interesting. So kudos to whoever did this. And kudos to you guys for checking out this video. Not many of you guys like these cartoon vehicles, but that actually works out for the best of us to collect these, because if no one wants these castings, they never increase in value. I mean, this casting came out over a decade ago, and in a bulk purchase I bought it for like less than $2. So that's awesome, right? I'm happy to have this for less than $2. It's really cool. Okay, I guess I'll see you guys in the next Hot Wheels video. See you then.